enough to make a man want to go smoke a cigarette. uh, oh, I think it's, yeah, it zaps all your nicotine out of you. You need a cigarette. Get your mind out of the gutter. No, not you. Well, since most of my audience has always been men, for some god unknown reason. Me with my sisters and my grandma's mom. They just wait for me to mess up so they can strong. Daddy. Hit him. Yeah. I grew up in the 50s and 60s. I got those days, they used to boat them rods proudly. But about half the kids didn't get to meet. I was probably one of the last kids around there to even get down with it. But I got a right record. But I wanted to fight people. People hit me, I thought I would be able to hit them back. And it's hard to tell a 9-year-old who's, going to hit you out of impulse, and he's got to exercise self-control, and it's all right for them knocking breath out of you, and you can't do nothing about it. But it takes more of a man to walk away from it. I'm 9 years old, I wasn't doing the math like that right there, but, at 9 years old, I'm just standing there dumbfounded. Dang, seems like all of it ain't right. It's just like going to church, it just didn't seem right. That's when I learned that Judaism was about the only thing that really could do anything for me. But anyway, let me get a cigarette. Y'all admire my Treasure Pro electric guitars there. Banjo has been here for almost 20 years now. Wait a minute. I didn't think you was going to have anything to do with this. I didn't think you wanted to be on camera anymore. Where's White go when the snow melts? Where's White go when the snow melts? Where does White go when the snow melts? Tell me. Cornbread man. And you're the scientist here. Where does White go when the snow melts? We talk transpiration. Oh, that's where it skips evaporation and just turns to air, turns to vapor. It skips the melting process and turns to vapor. Just turns from ice to vapor instead of from ice to water to vapor. Yeah, he knows some big words. I gotta turn the air conditioner off. My dog's on my. I'm starting to tremble like a freaking damn Mexican chihuahua. First Mexican chihuahua I ever seen. I didn't realize it till later on about that thing what it was. Wasn't it taste cold? It just stayed scared as like you just gonna hurt them. That's why they tremble. I always had admired animals, dogs, spent more time around those than any other animals. Every one of them's got a very unique personality. They've got their superpower. That seems to be the terminology that works. These days for categorizing. That special thing that you find special with that person. They can do that better than anything else. Each one of them's got a superpower, but it's up to you to figure out what it is. Maybe one of your friends can. I've always taken an interest in finding out what the animal superpower is. Buddy's is meowing. He can meow good on cue, but here anymore, he's gotten to the point where he's gotten older and he's only, acting good for a couple of hours after he wakes up. I mean, it just sounds so familiar. I mean, it's like, Bud has been around 5 years, so he's on up there about where I'm at. He knows what it is, get up and have to stretch for a little while and think about it. So what day of the week is this? But anyway, it's something else, to be on YouTube streaming live. They say if you get on and do the live streams, people will like you. They find your personality is all this, that, and the other. I was interviewed for a job one time over the telephone. It's the first job I took in this field. And the man called me up on the telephone, just called me cold. I am. This man's going to call me on the telephone. He said, Teddy Thomas, this is Les Weeks. I said, yes, sir. He said, I was told that you would be expecting my call. I said, well, I hadn't heard anything about it, sir. I said, how can I help you? He said, well, I'm looking for a man to work for me at a radio station. I said, well, at a radio station? He said, yes. I said, well, that sounds like an interesting endeavor, sir. He said, have you ever worked in a radio station? I said, no, I haven't. He said, do you know anything about sales? I said, radio stations have to have sales departments, so they couldn't stay on the air. I said, yes, sir, I've been selling myself all my life. He just busted out laughing. Because, there's a stone cold back and the doggone bums laid out there for anybody that doggone wanted to pick it up and run with it. That was super fun. I got me a good gig doing sales and DJing. And I'll tell you what, we got through. That was like in February. And when it come that fall, he had done fired everybody. There wasn't nobody left standing with me. And because all of them were slackers, what I mean? They're slackers. And he knew I was set there. He left that building. This was in November. And I didn't see him again. It was damn near Easter. It's near Easter before I saw that man again. When he left, they had these little plastic boxes that put around thermostats in offices, keep the employees from turning up the heat and air conditioning. And that thing locked tight. It's at 55 degrees. I froze to death over there. But I didn't see him. My paycheck was always there for me. I'd post my hours and he'd pick it up and he'd write the check out down there and then he'd be gone. I didn't see him doggone spring. I remember I made a comment like that in front of one of his former business partners. In front of him and his wife. The guys were partners and I was working for his other partner. But I said, yeah, well, I went to work for him. I worked there for him for a few months. And then I said, you got Paul a year. I said, he turned the thermostat down and left. I didn't see him but spray. Now, if that'd been told just among them, I'm sure they'd have been rolling on the floor because they knew that's kind of shenanigans that you could expect from it. But yeah, they did a lot in the way of building houses. What they did back then when they built radio stations, they built a house, a dwelling, an honest to God house, and they put radio stations in. That's why one company I know was called Radio Realty Incorporated. And what they would do was build houses and then had somebody would go and build a house and then they'd put radio equipment in it, studio, get the people there to man the place. And back then it was highly regulated. You had to have more people there to make sure that the transmitters were operating properly. But after Reagan got in office, he gutted all the protections you had over your radio, and the reason it was done was for money. They wanted to take all the licenses and mainline them. In other words, let it belong to just a few corporations control what was going on FM radio, because FM radio license. I remember in 1980, the 1 hour FM radio station here, nobody listened to FM up until it caught on, and then it came out here in the country. They'd give you $1 million cash just for the license. On the spot, $1 million. That's been 40-some years ago. Tell what that puppy would sell for today. I can't tell when there's people watching and when there's not. I have no idea what God's name's on this little pedal. Hey, you ain't gonna say nothing, are you? Oh no. I'm gonna take a chance on the fact y'all just come to the party late. And y'all haven't heard the only reason I don't go into the second part. It's not there. That's gotta come up with that to get the other part of it. But that's where it's going to get, where the jangle or the Stratocaster will really come out on top. That's going to be popping. I think it'll be popping anyway. So, I've been playing for less than a year. Anybody dang say they got any better attitude going on than I do about it? I want to hear from them. So I like associating with people like-minded, don't look at age as being a reason just to lay down and die. Sure got a few miles on it. Most cars get crushed before they ever get doggone 1,000,000 miles on them. I've rode in cars that had over 1,000,000 miles on them. There wasn't none of them big cars. Humans are about like dogs. The smaller you are, the longer you live. But once frailty hits, your goose is cooked. Look that up, frailty, because you'll see it. You'll see it when it happens. I saw it when it happened to me. I got up and I looked at it, saw myself change every day for over a month and a half. And I just watched myself waste away. My muscles, my body consumed my muscles. It's the only thing I can figure. Figured they didn't need all the oxygen and food and everything needed. So, they just no longer get what they used to get. Let me see here. Okay. Has anybody got anything that they'd like to hear? Say you do. Oh man. Yeah. Hey, what did he say? Man, I swear. All my brothers, man. Dwayne, man. I was listening to the long version of Layla, and it was one of those deals where they go in and when you extract certain parts like guitars out of a unit of music, it opens up certain little frills and subtle nuances that was covered up, by the guitars being in there, if you know what I'm saying. So with that said, you can hear a slide guitar better after they took the lead guitars out. But you can hear that slide just clear as a bell. Better than in the real recording. I mean, you could actually tell that with the other guitars gone, you could tell what was slide and what was guitar. Because it's difficult to tell. But you can get a clarification like that. You just have to go in and look for what is it? Isolated. Just look for Derek and Domino's. Look for Layla isolated backing tracks, and there should be several that will show up. There's a machine you can buy that'll do all that stuff. I saw my first software program back about, oh God, it's been 14 years ago. A guy, see, I've always been one of those where, I had an affinity for it. When we first come out, I had an affinity for it. And I'm what's called a quick study. That's, I'm playing guitars. I've been playing a year. So it's not like I'm stupid. I learn from my mistakes, and I try not to make my mistakes no more than 3 or 4 times. Let's see here. Jessica. I'll do my little thing right here. Mission problems. So I apologize for that. I just received a notification from my app. If I was using the standard YouTube app, I wouldn't have any idea. You think I just had a poor connection. But I've got a problem in the connection. Prison just fixed it. Adjusted everything for me. It's a good app if you're just going one way. It's like sending your information through a doggone oil pipeline. It'll save up to 10,000 kilobytes. And it's set up a 10,000 kilobyte buffer. You know, so that's a buffer rate on it. And then you don't need that. I always set it higher than what I need. I've had no problems yet. I'm going to be going live on this format right here, or platform rather. Excuse me. Get the terminology straight. Give me time. I'll be a veteran. Give me a year. I think I've been here since 2012. But anyway, I've been on YouTube for over 10 years. I posted 2 banjo videos, and then I think in the first year maybe got 10 views. I put it in the case and I said, the heck with it. I said, that's the way people look at a person who plays banjo. I figured, man, I'm lost. So I walked around with that attitude. That gave me a good reason to quit. I was about to had it anyway. And I've got this guitar April 25th of last year, and it's just changed my whole outlook. I always wanted to learn rock and roll, and I always thought I was too stupid to be able to learn to play rock and roll. Hey, Ola, muy bueno, muy bueno. I think that means many thanks. Many thanks. I tried to learn to speak Espanol, and I'm sorry, I was too old. If I'd known better, I'd learned every language that I could have when I was a young man, because I had the brain for it. I guess priorities. I guess girls will just look too a whole lot better than books. Got my problem when I was trying to learn to speak Spanish. I couldn't find anyone to to speak with. I mean, when you're trying to do that on the internet, I mean, and you're talking into your phone, it just don't work out too good. So I got frustrated after a while. I guess that's why so many people buy guitars and then you find them in their closets and laying up under the beds. I guess I just didn't want to learn to speak Spanish. Now, what does that say about me? Or I had to put in the work necessary. Regardless of what it took, I would have done it. So I must not have really wanted to do it. So there's an admission on my part. Can you make an admission like that about yourself? Okay. Setting goals for people on the channel. Yeah, we do it all here on the Teddy Ray Thomas Fender electric guitar, Hendrix guitar channel here. We got hymn time on the program right here. Well, get mine, brother, if you want to go home. Get on your knees, righting those wrongs. Then you'll be singing that old time song. Get mine, brother, if you want to go home. Now, pick it, boy. I've been playing less than a year on this electric guitar. Now, why don't you go get you a guitar? And then you practice 5 hours a day. You practice until you hate yourself. Practice. You wake up in the middle of the night and your arms hurt all the way up in here where you practice 5 hours over an 8-hour period. Yeah, that's what it takes. That's what you gotta do. You gotta be willing to grab onto that thing. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. All right, it's past time to lay that down. Uh, it was past time an hour ago. this is my this is my go-to after the sound ordinance kicks in. So you don't realize how loud that guitar is, or if you do, you just say, "Wow, it must have good neighbors." They scared of me, I reckon. No, all my neighbors are cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, banjo. How many people know what these things are? Everybody, pretty much. I was talking about it a while back. of all the instruments, I've been doing this for ever since I started playing guitar. I started a YouTube channel. I wanted see people to see what it was like for a banjo player to go rogue and become a rock and roll guitar player. That's why I'm here. I mean, I've got another channel. Y'all can check me out. It's going to be in the subscriptions of this one, and you just check it out and find it. Teddy Ray Thomas. You type that into Google. Just say it into Google. Man, the whole page is me. You can't miss it. I've been working at this like a dog, like a friggin' dog, trying to get famous. Yeah, another wannabe. But yeah, it's fun. I'm learning a heck of a lot about the guitar. I caught one of Jimmy Page's licks on Sunday, rock and roll. I got that right there with that little hammer on the D stop. And then I ain't got nobody to doggone kick the thing. And I did learn that you start to, you come in on the guitar with when the beat, on the top of the beat. You know how most people count it off, and when the beat hits the floor is when you start. This is when the doggone hits the top. It's in between rim shots on the drummer. Listen to the drummer and where the guitar comes in. He's going to come in right off of the beat, off of the beat. Metal, man, I don't know much anything about metal. Uh, it seems like to me that the distortion is the key to metal, and the only thing I've got is a Wassercraft Metal Zone, and and I use it. I've been trying to dial it in as a overdrive pedal and use it as an overdrive, but for the most part, it's easier just to use a TS-808 for me, and it'll drive it up to where it sounds kind of like metal. But if you want to sound metal, that Metal Zone, Wascraft, that right there, it'll get it done now. I'll tell you, it'll get it done. This little button right here, you just pop that son of a gun, you just click it over. And then right here, it's got a little switch. You do that right there, man. You doggone it puts it in a different time warp, man. I ain't lying. It goes into a doggone time warp. So yeah, you can get some metal sounds. I don't know what to do with it after I get it turned on. I can hang, if I know what the string tunings is, but I was looking at Master of Puppets. The intro to that doggone, before the man ever takes his first break on the guitar, the bass player's done played more notes than I want to play in a song. Watch him. That's the doggonest thing I ever seen, the bass player. I figured, doggone, man, I could have done that for a living, baby. So I know I could hit that many notes. Banjo was my thing all my life. Okay, now let's see. I got a. Anybody know what that is? That's call and response. Bluegrass is the blues music. We go on like that all night long, but Foggy Mountain Breakdown. Okay, Hey, how about this? How about I sing one? Yeah. You ever seen anybody sing and play the banjo at the same time? It's a lot different than playing guitar, strumming. It'd be like Jimmy Page, doggone taking a break. It's singing harmony with Robert Plant all at the same time. Well, twinkle, twinkle, little star. It don't sound real good. Speed it up. Well, no one's going to give me any direction here. Let me see what we got going on here. Face blue, wide eyeballs. I don't get emojis on my screen. I just get a description of what it is. Ah, okay, I got it. You sent me a blue face, wide eyeballs. I'm sorry I ain't able to see him. I'm sure he's cute. Maybe. Okay. Well, people say I'm no good and crazy as a loon. I get drunk in the morning and get stoned in the afternoon. Kinda like Uncle Dick had like a lay around in the shade. I ain't got no money, and I damn sure got it made. 'Cause I ain't asking nobody for nothing. I can't get it on my own. You don't like the way I'm living, you can just play the song every country boy. Well, now the preacher man's talking on the TV, putting down rock and roll. And he wants me to send a donation card for my soul. Jesus walked on the water, and I know that's true. But sometimes I wish no preacher man could do a walk through. I ain't asking nobody nothing. I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, you can just leave this long-haired country boy alone. Yeah, man. I work on little pieces like that. things that are novelty to where one person could walk up on to a stage with a microphone and maybe, do a few jokes in between, and, you know, people go, yay. I walk out of there, 700-800 bucks, maybe 90 minutes of my time, 2 sets, 2 shows. I ain't looking to be no headliner. I ain't leaving my house for less than 800 bucks. There's people called here. I got a good manager. I got out there and handed me a fistful of money as soon as I got there. I said, what's this? I was told that you wouldn't come out here for less than that. I said, okay. Just a few $100s. I stood around and played this thing right here, minus this head. That's the same bridge that was on it when I played that. That was in 2005, I think. Wait. That'd have been around 2008, 2000. Yeah, about 2008, 2009. I was still in top form then. But, yeah. Oh, boy. I hung the banjo in the guitar. Like, duh. Okay. If my singing didn't run you off and did not elicit the comment, person, okay, it says person turquoise waving. Oh, person turquoise waving. Don't get drunk, no more face turquoise drinking coffee. Okay. Oh, so you don't get no more. You just drink coffee. Well, I never was one on doing anything but trying to see the bottom of the bottle, so I never did get to have it. I'd get sick. I wouldn't want to taste anymore for a month or two, and then you catch me in the right position, I'd doggone abuse myself again. I'm kind of thankful I never learned how to drink. I did get hooked on drinking bar beer bottles. I was playing this restaurant one summer, and I'd go over there during the week. I worked there 3 nights a week, playing banjo and guitar, acoustic guitar strumming. Old Plank Road. I know which one you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Without singing, I ain't gonna doggone be able to do anything with it much. Yeah, and that's intimidating. That's an intimidating song to me. To tell you the truth, that just kind of intimidates me as a banjo player. Let's see if we can find out. See, because I can't, to tell you the truth, I can't remember the sound of it. So maybe YouTube won't give me a copyright strike. We'll just listen to enough of it to where we can grab it, because that's legal. That's legal on TV. Back in the day, if you showed a broadcast from another TV station and you didn't put it in a kind of a little box or show it on a TV set, or they could sue you. But, that's another day and time. Y'all aren't here for history lessons. Okay, and what am I supposed to be looking for? Old Plank Road, yeah. Okay. Yeah, one of those right here. Got the Come on. Come on, Plank. Old Plank Road. Come on, man. Most time, by the time you get to the... There it is. Which one? Grandpa Jones's version? Is that what you're looking for? Because his is down the old Plank Road.
Late variety pack? Life feels like a game. And every road trip becomes a chance for it. But
yeah, I got freaking commercials on my YouTube. I paid for premium. And that was my first sign. Somebody went in and doggone hacked me and took every doggone, all I had except $14.16. I can't understand why they left $14.16.
Sure. Frito-Lay variety pack. The fun's inside.
Here we go.
To get on a gravel train. Very next thing they heard of me, I'd wear the ball and chain.